Well, here's something that I think we all saw coming, but I didn't necessarily have on my 2025 bingo card for the gaming industry. We've been talking about all of these studios closing down. We have Ubisoft that just fired 185 people and they closed down their Leamington studio. We have Dragon Age the Veilguard that just basically shuttered their Edmonton studio and they have been firing people left and right over there. They're all panicking right now on Blue Sky about losing their jobs. But now apparently we have Midnight Society that is actually going to be closing down, and they're never going to deliver their game called Dead Drop ever. And they decided to shutter their developers of 55 strong. They got rid of 55 people, and this happened right after Dr. Disrespect was fired by them themselves. And then on top of that, Dr. Disrespect in the same exact day announces that he got his monetization back on YouTube. What a wild ride. Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, it's absolutely insane what we see happening before our eyes. And we're going to go over the statement from Midnight Society, but I want to make it very clear. We've discussed Dr. Disrespect, not very much in the past, but we discussed him when the whole drama went down and whatnot. And I made my stance very clear. If he admits to doing what he said he did, then we have a no-go conversation between me and Dr. Disrespect. However, at the end of the day, I am not stupid enough to not realize that the business that he built off of his brand and his image was not going to shutter after they removed him because they considered it to be better for business, right? Midnight Society got rid of Dr. Disrespect because of all the allegations that were surrounding his name at the time, just like YouTube demonetized him because of the same allegations. But now here we are where Midnight Society is shuttering and Dr. Disrespect got his monetization back, so he's flourishing. It's absolutely insane. So let's get into this video, guys. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe, but I would greatly appreciate it and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. Now, guys, the comments on this post on X are insane. People are laughing their ass off at Midnight Society. You got a lot of people who are obviously Dr. Disrespect fans going in here and defending him and laughing at the shuttering of this studio. And I gotta be honest with you, man, the way Midnight Society went about the whole thing was a little bit sus to me, in my opinion. They all said it was mutual because obviously they have to say it was mutual. But at the end of the day, it seemed very sus to me because it all came out so fast and they decided to cancel him well before he made an official statement about anything. So I just felt like they kind of jumped the gun on that. But again, I understand, bad for business. Very similar to why Razor Fist is no longer on side scrollers right now, because it's just bad for business. It's a bad image. It's an overall just not a good look to have a certain person who has a lot of heat on them right now being part of another brand. But let's read what Midnight Society has to say. So it says, today, we are announcing that Midnight Society will be closing its doors after 3 incredible years. It really could not have been that incredible considering you didn't release anything, but okay, whatever. With an amazing team of over 55 developers contributing to our new IP, Dead Drop, which again, by the way, 55 developers, if they're so amazing, you would have released the game, right? You clearly didn't release the game because at the end of the day, you were hurting ever since you got rid of Dr. Disrespect. Let's be real. We are actively seeking other game studios that would be interested in offering employment opportunities to our talented team members. If you know anyone who's hiring, please forward this message to them or DM us for direct intros. We express our sincere gratitude to each and every one of our community members and deeply sorry we were unable to reach our ultimate goal. So this is actually a really not only just funny story, but it's also kind of a sad story because Midnight Society was put together by Dr. Disrespect and the other developers to bring something like Dead Drop to life, and they decided to get rid of Dr. Disrespect, which in turn really, in my opinion, killed the company, right? I think we all kind of knew that once Dr. Disrespect was removed from that company, that this company was going to shutter eventually. I didn't think it was going to be 2025, but they shuttered, they shuttered. That's eventually what ended up happening. So again, the comments are absolutely destroying them. Before we get into the comments, I want to also highlight how irony is a thing. Not only did Midnight Society get shut down today, but in the same exact day, Dr. Disrespect announces with a very similar post, he says YouTube monetization is back. And the man is just smiling. I mean, my God. How does this happen in the same exact day. It almost seems like it was purposeful on YouTube's part, but I'm sure it wasn't, because Dr. Disrespect has said for a few times now that he's been working at actively getting his YouTube monetization back, and it was going to take some time. Well, apparently it landed on the same day that his former company that fired him shuttered their doors. So let's see some of these comments, and again, I implore you to read them because they're hilarious. There is plenty of comments to go around over here. So we got Joe Olivo that says, if you think this was because they removed Doc, please block me or comment here so I can block you. So clearly we have somebody who is not a fan of Dr. Disrespect, but here it gets better. JP Reaper says, LOL, remove Doc and close shop. Maybe you shouldn't have done that. Roscoe says, drop the Doc, and now you're closing. Wheeze. Angelica says, all because Dr. Pedospect admitted to being a pedo. Yeah, this account's retarded. I know this account. This account's like a reply account to basically anybody who's supposedly anti-woke. We got Corrosion saying, what's to be expected, honestly. The studio rose to fame thanks to the partnership with Dr. Disrespect, which you wanted to end by your own will. It looks like a classic case of the so-called fuck around and find out. I agree. Until there is something damning about Doc, this is the fault of the loser leftist Twitch employee, which, again, the whole Twitch thing was definitely a co-op. They were trying to take down Dr. Disrespect for whatever reason that may be. Not to say that what he didn't do, because he openly admitted to it, but I'm just saying it was definitely an attempt by Twitch. Rohit says, bye, bastards. Anima says, this is because you guys dropped Dr. Disrespect. Congratulations on the dumbest decision ever. I hope y'all look for employment in a different industry. This person uses Dr. Disrespect as a gift to laugh at them. This person says, laugh my ass off. Watch Dr. Disrespect blame this on everyone else but himself. Good job, dude. I don't know what he has to do with any of this, considering that this is their own company, so whatever. Tim says, you get rid of Doc over false accusation and then the whole studio flounders. Idiotic move. Rob uses another gif of Dr. Disrespect. Mitch says, cowards lose nowadays, should have stuck by Doc. So there is a lot of people out there that believe that Doc didn't do what he said he admitted he did. Now, I know he made a whole nother video saying that it was all part of his plan, it was all a strategy, blah, blah, whatever. Until we see proof of that, I'm going to stick with his original statement. That's just me personally. The man said it with his own fucking mouth at the end of the day. And I've never been a fan of Dr. Disrespect anyway, so it doesn't really, I have no skin in the game, just want to be very clear. But I know Dr. Disrespect, like all these other big YouTubers, they have hardcore fans that are going to go to bat for them, whether or not it's proven that they did what they did or not. It really doesn't matter. They're going to go hard for them no matter what. That's obvious. This person says, you can thank Dr. Disrespect for pulling the food off those employees' tables. Y'all don't deserve this outcome. What? Bro, how are you blaming Dr. Disrespect for this, my guy? They fired Dr. Disrespect themselves. They did that. They chose to do that. And then they clearly couldn't run the company after Dr. Disrespect was removed. So, I mean, whose fault is it really to blame? Deep says, that's what you get for selling Doc out, pathetic losers. Captain says, Robert Bowling is a coward and a disgrace who fucked up big time. Tactical says, that's what you get for backstabbing the Doc. Lee says, you deserve this for the poor decision making. We founders deserve a refund, but we all know you won't. And for that reason, I hope you struggle to get employed in the industry again. Again, this thing is an absolute insane situation. So we got two different stories back to back today. Midnight Society closing down. That's another studio for 2025 as the Grim Reaper goes around the gaming industry and taking all of them cut down with him. And then Dr. Disrespect obviously getting his own monetization back on YouTube. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate if you get to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.